What is good with y'all, man? It's crunch time, and today we have a very particular topic that we're gonna talk about tonight. Something I've really been thinking about that is actually really important for the game of basketball, for real. You know what I'm saying? Actually, very, very important for the game of basketball. And I'm gonna have to talk about this right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that's been on my mind. So I'm gonna need y'all to join the chat room. We gotta talk about women's basketball tonight. Because the truth of the matter is this, is that women's basketball will, and I repeat, will become more important than men's basketball if men's basketball, and I repeat, if men's basketball continues to go down the path that is going down. So like I said, women's basketball will eventually become more important, more significant, more meaningful than men's basketball if men's basketball continues to go down the path that is going down. And what I mean by that is simple, is that men's basketball is starting to lose fundamentals. Men's basketball is starting to lose discipline. Men's basketball is starting to become more prima donna than women's basketball. Because if you actually pay attention and look at it, if you actually look at the path that is going down in the future, it's not going to be a good product. That's what I'm saying. If you continue to have it to where young kids is not wanting to learn the fundamentals, not wanting to go to practice. These AAU teams don't be practicing. These AAU teams just go to the games. You know what I'm saying too? And so the ratings in the NBA is going down. So what's going to end up happening is, and listen, women's basketball is getting better. So when something gets better and you plant that seed, you keep feeding that seed, it's going to grow. So obviously right now, men's basketball might be a little bit more entertaining. But if one trends down and the other one trends up, what do you think is going to happen? Numb nuts. If one of them trends down and the other one is trending up, what do you think is going to happen? If you know about physics. You know what I'm saying to you, dog? So at the end of the day, if men's basketball continue to do this, then that's what's going to happen. Because like I said, women's basketball, they learn fundamentals in women's basketball, dog. Women's basketball, a lot of these women's coaches don't be playing that. You see a lot of women's coaches still do it the old school way. So these teams, these girls are learning real fundamentals. They learning real discipline as far as going to practice. And they actually are giving you a product to where you have to learn how to play this game in order to win. You can't just get by with just being athletic, trying to always do a windmill for the camera, for the Ballers Life camera. You know what I'm saying? You always trying to do a windmill, always trying to post on Instagram. These guys posting on Instagram more than the girls posting. Guys averaging 4 points per game, posting all the pictures of them with the ball. Averaging 4 points per game. And so what I'm saying to you is this: is that what we see about the All-Star Weekend, that can eventually trend over into overall men's basketball. Because the problem with the All-Star game, you see that on a lot of levels of basketball, for real. AAU be getting boring sometimes. Families and you know what I'm saying, families are investing in the women's basketball because they have a lot of fundamentals and old school traditional values in these women's organizations, dog. And I'm just being real with y'all about the situation. We see girls in it. And listen, this is actually the major. I actually have another. This is actually the biggest reason. And y'all smash the like button. This is actually the reasoning as to why it's actually really will overtake it. You know what I'm saying? This right here is the reasoning. Listen. Think about this, right? I want y'all to think about this, right? What are they saying about these women's players, such as Caitlin Clark, Juju Watkins. What are they saying, right? They're saying stuff like, this is the greatest women's basketball player that I have ever seen. Think about it. So by that being the case, right, you have people saying that about some of these girls. So what that means is that because the WNBA is more recent than the NBA and it's been out for a shorter period of time, you know, we're around a time to where we'll get like a Michael Jordan of the WNBA, to where somebody will just be head and shoulders way better than all the other girls that was in the league. So you have players that can come through and do that and actually put the WNBA on a map revenue-wise. It's much how the NBA, because remember, at first the NBA was low. Like in the 70s, the NBA was not a hot commodity until you had guys like Magic, Larry, Jordan. So when you have that situation going on, in a couple years, when Juju Watkins or Caitlin Clark or Andrew Reese is becoming, and you hear people saying, yeah, she's the greatest the greatest women's player ever, and they get all these endorsement deals. The the WNBA is going to be booming. The WNBA is going to be booming. Listen, y'all laughing, and a lot of people was laughing about when it comes to rap music. They was laughing at all the female rappers when they was coming out. Now look, every time you turn on the radio, every time you turn on the TV, is women's rappers. Because the guys don't care about the game that much, dog. You got guys load managing. You got guys sitting out games. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's learning fundamentals no more. Now, listen, dog, all I'm saying is if the NBA continues to trend in this direction, and I honestly had made a take before, I don't think the NBA is going to continue to do that. I think the NBA is actually going to get back to its old school ways. It's actually going to get back to a more enjoyable product once a few things happen in the next couple years. But we just had to get some of these older players out of the league because they keep on promoting these older players, and I think they ruined the game. So once they get out of the league, it'll be back to normal. And so at the end of the day, women's basketball, man, I'm very proud of women's basketball, what they doing. You know, I went to a school to where, you know, the men's team and the women's team in middle school, you know what I'm saying? My sister played, so I used to see some of their practices. They really be in there practicing, dog. You said women's sports is weak. Women's sports is fundamentals. It ain't no fake traveling. Ain't no traveling and, you feel me, trying to do a windmill every time you get the ball. Ain't no cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no repeated side step three. You got girls shooting mid-ranges. Girls be shooting mid. If they open in the mid-range, they'll shoot it. Ain't no over-dribbling. I'm finna start watching women's ball, dog, to see, you know, how to simplify my game. So when you have girls playing, it's not no girls pushing off. You feel me? Offensive fouling. None of that. They all are playing with fundamentals. So it's just like fair. It's like you winning the game fair and square. Whether we think it's enjoyable or not, or whether we think we'll go on the court and do this or that or not, that's not even the case. It's like watching somebody. Listen, it's watching a sporting event. That's all you should worry about. You're watching a sporting event and they're competing, bro, and they trying to win the game and stuff like that. It's exciting, dog. Ain't about, oh, if I was there, I'd do this. So why would you go to your nephew game? Why would you go to a middle school game or something? It's not even worth going to it, right? Because if you was on the court, you'd drop 80, right? Why would you go? It's because you're support, and if you actually pay attention and stop trying to be a meathead, you understand that it's actually entertaining to watch something like that. You're watching them play a game, dog. It's called a pastime. And so at the end of the day, it's not about you being on the court. Oh, if I was on the court, yeah, I'd be in and out clean. Ain't nobody ask you that, bro. Yeah, you know, if they put me on the court. You know what I'm saying to you, though? And so at the end of the day, bro, we're watching a fundamental game. I was watching Cause Juju Watkins, I haven't been watching her that much in college. But I knew her name was familiar, and so I watched that game with all the girls at Rucker Park, and I'm watching the game, dog. And it's just like, dog, like, I'm really watching the game. Like, they shooting mid-ranges. They actually, you feel me, are doing fundamental basketball. You know what I'm saying to you, dog? You said we don't care about it. Oh, you don't care about her soon? You are going to care about her soon. And if I have a daughter, first thing I'm going to do in the gym, we're going to the gym. Because now that I think about it, dog, like, women's basketball, like, listen, y'all, women's basketball is going to be booming. Like, this joint is ready to turn up. Y'all think I'm lying, dog. Listen, women's basketball is about to be litty. And that's on everything, dog. It's really finna be litty. Y'all saying all this stuff now. You know, it was funny back in the day. These girls is nice. And so, yo, when I was young and I used to go to the court, I lied to you not, it was a girl that used to come to the court, and she used to be at the court. And she was nice. Like, it was like, so it's all, so I used to think that back in the day, like, dang, like, she could probably go to the WNBA. Because you don't really see girls doing this stuff. But, yo, so a lot of these girls who have been playing basketball for years, bro, they're coming. It ain't like how it used to be. Like, these girls is nice. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm talking about really legit nice, dog. Juju Watkins, hold on, I'm going to look it up right now. Juju Watkins is 6'2". So this ain't for play. Feel me? And so at the end of the day, dog, like I said, you said Juju the only one. Man, listen, Caitlin Clark, dog, are you kidding me? They be hating on Caitlin Clark, but she nice. Andrew Reese, tough. They know how to market. The marketing finna be crazy. Women's is on the rise right now. So you gotta understand, like, women then took over the rap game to where women's rappers are real popular now. Women's basketball, dog, is finna be litty. It's gonna be the moves. Like, you're gonna be hearing about it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're going to the women's game this weekend. Yeah, we're going down there right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm grabbing my tickets right now. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the move. So y'all can sit out if y'all want to, dog. But like I said, man, men's basketball is too much prima donna going on. It's too much Instagram. It's too much, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody worried about the money. Everybody low managing. And so at the end of the day, that's why I said if the NBA, if men's basketball continues to trend in the way that it's going, women's basketball will overtake it. People care about something, like, people care when you put an effort into it, dog. Like, people gonna stop investing in the NBA. These guys keep on low managing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I might as well go to the women's game. You being honest? You want us to watch the NBA game so bad, you're not even playing. The NBA literally has to subsidize the WNBA. It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be like that for long. I'll tell you right now, it's not gonna be like that for long, dog. It's gonna be a real big thing, bro. I'm telling you. You said the NBA been around for so long, it ain't never gonna go away. It ain't even necessarily about the NBA. It's gonna like, I'm talking about women's basketball and men's basketball, period. So it ain't even necessarily just about the NBA. I'm talking about at these high schools, you feel me? You're gonna have high school women's basketball. A lot of these women's girls teams is actually way better than the men's teams. Then if you look at, listen, true story, dog. I go to school right now. Krishan Rock just came to my school, dog, and she was with the men's. I mean, she was with the women's team, and we don't have no men's team. We don't have no men's team in my school, and they have a women's team. And you have Krishan Rock coming to take pictures with the team. So when you have social media and all this stuff like that, dog, bro, I'm telling you, dog. I'm just telling you, dog. Y'all gonna see, dog. Y'all gonna see. Like, people starting to care more about women's basketball, and they starting to care less about men's basketball. People can care more about women's college hoops than WNBA, and that's fact. Yeah, bro, they care. People are starting to care more about it. They don't have no low managing. They don't have no boring product. The NBA, how you gonna have an All-Star weekend and that's the most boring thing that you done did the whole season. The All-Star weekend is the worst thing possible they could have done the whole season. So at the end of the day, it's like, what do you want, man? It's just a slap in the face, dog. And listen, women's make less money than men. So by that being the case, they're putting more effort into the game. Because, when you get paid more money, you put in less effort. So you got guys just showing up, being lackadaisical, trying to get a picture for their outfit. You know what I'm saying to you, dog? You said, can you name 10 WNBA starters, though? Is that the point of the live, or is that something that you're trying to be smart? You know what I'm saying to you? Is that the point of the live? See, that's the thing about it, is that the point? You know what I'm saying? Kobe's daughter would have been playing for UConn next season. But we know what happened. At the end of the day, dog, it is what it is, man. Kobe said it. Rest in peace to Kobe and Gigi. And, it just is what it is. Sometimes in life, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know it's tough, but that's just what it is, dog. And, we can't be somber about it. Because, the game is still going to... I do think that what he said... Because Kobe Bryant said that women's basketball is going to be big. And I really think it is. Anything that grows, like the WNBA, we should have known it was, we should have always known it was going to get better with time. Like, the WNBA came out in 1996. This is what y'all got to understand, dog. The WNBA came out in 1996. So that's not even 30 years ago. In 2026, that'll be 30 years ago. And the WNBA is about to start booming in the next couple of years, just like I told y'all. And just like how the NBA started in 1946. So 30 years after the NBA started, that's when they had the merger. The NBA was born up until then. So you have to give things time to really grow and develop. And once the NBA turned the corner, it was no looking back. So I just think that WNBA, man, it's going to get to a point when they're going to turn the corner and it's just going to be over. It's going to be a wrap. Women's basketball, dog, it's going to be the hottest commodity. As Kyrie Irving nearly dunks on Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was afraid to contest Kyrie's layup as Kyrie Irving nearly yams it on Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? And won, but they didn't call a foul. So if you're watching the Mavs Suns game, that's exactly what just happened. Kyrie Irving almost dunked on KD. You know what I'm saying to you? But yeah, man, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Women's basketball taking over, man. Well, honestly, I wouldn't say it's taking over. I'm going to reiterate my point, right? My thesis on this is that women's basketball will become more important than men's basketball if men's basketball continues to go down the path that it's going. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't think it will. Hopefully it won't. You know what I'm saying to you?